Hey everybody, Brian Hoops, Midwest Market Solutions. Our Market Insider TV, we're looking at trade update here. I'm looking at one of our most recent trades that was in live cattle where we took some nice profits. You can see this is the continuation chart of the cattle contract, and you can see as rally has matured, we've made higher highs here and lower highs. So it's a definition of an uptrending market. We're above this will trend indicator, so it indicates the technical trends are higher. And that's one thing that's very important to our trading. We don't want a sideways market. We want either a trending market, higher or lower trending. In addition, we believe the cash market was going to move higher. As the futures market started to work higher, the cash market should come up. Supplies should be tight in here, so we thought the cash would work higher. So what we did is as the market pulled back near these lows, this indicator became oversold. That was an indication to us to try and get into the market. And we bought in right near these lows here on this blue outside day. So that's where we got in, down in here somewhere around 123.45 and near this support area in here. And the market did push a little bit lower one time, but held these lows, which I thought was real key, real critical, technically anyway. But it gets down to your outlook, and whether your outlook is right or not is going to determine if your trade is good or not. Now we added to the position on some strength. We saw this day as kind of a key pivotal day, and as the market took out this day's highs, we added to it. So now we've got two positions, and we were able to raise our stop to below the low from this day here. And our targets, we had two different targets. A lot of times when we have multiple positions, we'll end up making two different targets, two recommendations. And one was as we got up into the highs right in here. This was an old high, and you can see we only had spent 2 days above it previously, so we had targeted this as a support or resistance area to sell into. And then again, as we made new highs, we were going to sell in at about 127.30. We're going to take out our position if we got to that area. And it did. It hit not only our first target but our second target, and went a little bit higher. But that's okay, because when you go back and you look at trying to make money in this market here, we were able to bank some pretty good profits, $1,100 there, and on this trade about $1,200. So out of the two trades, a little over $2,000 on using the two contracts, so that's not bad. When you average $1,000 a contract, I think that should be considered a pretty good, pretty successful trade. That's how we did that in the cattle. Is just old-fashioned. Look at what the fundamentals going to do, the cash markets, and then use the technicals to get into the marketplace in here. So we are looking at down the road, looking at some other trades. We just narrowly missed buying in the wheat and the corn. Soybean meal. A lot of these trades just ones that we had missed here recently. One contract or one trade that we're looking at down the road, and we're going to flip to a daily chart in here. This is June cattle, and I think August, June is going to be the same thing. As this is August, gives us a little more time as we get up into this range. This is contract highs 117.90. August 116.20. I think there's going to be a lot of cattle coming at this market now. You can see technically we're still moving higher. That's the August contract. June, we did make new highs here, so we've got higher highs and higher lows. But as we get up into this area where we have resistance, so that would be initially 119.67, and then again resistance up in here. I think this is a market where it's going to start to fall out and it's kind of a stall. So we can get the market to stall. I think the supplies are going to be big enough that our next move is going to be back down, and you'd want to target down in here. So it's a pretty substantial move coming in the cattle. We'll be talking about ways to address that in our upcoming videos that we send out every night. Hope you subscribe to those. If you haven't, contact us and get set up, and contact me if you have any questions. Have a great day. Brian Hoops from Midwest Market.